Here's a good trick to switch between D major and B minor. So these two chords go well together, D and B minor, because D majors, they're relative major and minor chords, which means that this is the 1 chord in the key of D, and this is the 6 chord in the key of D. But really what that, partly it just means that they're almost the same chords. Because if you look at it, like, here's D, I only change a single note to get from D to B minor. So there's lots of these pairs of chords like C and A minor, or G and E minor, or A and F sharp. But anyways, D and B minor sound good together. So here's a cool trick that I've been using for a lot of years. You can play D here, and then you can move it up to here. So this is, I'm hitting the open string, so you can hit the open string on both, like, and then you can go up here, so it's 0, 7, 7, 5. This is just the next voicing of D major. So here's the standard D major. Here's the next triad, or the next voicing of it. And this is the cool trick. You just get rid of this finger, and you just do the 7th fret with your middle finger. And then you can hit the 7th fret, the open string still, and then the 2 7th frets. So it's just a B minor chord. It's got the same notes, but it just sounds pretty cool because it has this open string, and it has those 2 notes in common with D. So I think this is a pretty useful trick, because you can be like this. So it goes D. The reason I like to get up here versus staying down here is this B minor is kind of hard to do anything with. Like, you can do a little bit with it, like, but anytime you're doing a bar chord shape like this, it's a little hard to really extend it and do stuff, whereas this shape is real easy to start. Or you can go to the right. And really, I think partly is that you have access to these higher notes. And you can get to A major chord right here. So yeah, usually when I'm up in the spot, I do D major, B minor, A major, or like D major 7 chord, or I do some A major 7 or A7. So there's a lot of options up here, and the nice thing too is that you can hit these open strings, the D or the A string. So you can really just make up tons of ideas just up here in the middle of the guitar with D and B minor. So what's fun to do is to make up like a song starting in the key of D. So you could just do like D, A, maybe B minor. And when you get bored, then you can do like a build up, like. End up here, and you can keep going to the right, but I just really like making use of this B minor shape. So here I have one example of a real song I made up that uses this. It went. a more complicated example. This is a song I made up a while ago. It's D major, and I slide into like an A chord. Then I slide up to the two notes that are going to be sort of part of the B minor, then to this D, and then I go to the B minor, and then A major. I could have done it like this. Then later in that song, I think I went like... So right there, I'm using the same B minor chord, but I'm hitting C sharp up on top, which makes it kind of a weird sound. I think it has a sharp 9 in it or something. And actually, I think why I started doing this shape was from Paranoid Android, a Radiohead song, because they go like... I played that song a ton of times, so they're using the C minor chord. And then I just was tired of being down here all the time, so I started trying to use like these triads that still use the open string. Like you could do this one, or A, or E. Because when you have access to the open string, you can sort of get more creative how you move around the guitar. So anyways, so you should just try this D, and then B minor.